Okay, hey everyone, you're watching Nash. In this video, you might be noticing the camera is moving a little bit. That is because it's on a gimbal. It is because I want to show you how I record videos inside my car. Now, I have recorded a bunch of videos inside my car, but never has it been this easy for me to record videos inside my car because of the equipment and the systems I've been able to build over the years. So I'm going to take you through the whole process. Mainly, I'm going to tell you the things that I use. And first, let's just talk about the reason why I record videos inside my car. Well, the thing is, as much as I wanted an office inside my house, I haven't been able to do that because of pretty much no peace that I get inside my house. I mean, it's the fact that there are a lot of activities going on. Everyone has a different routine inside their house. In my house, it's basically little to no privacy, which is a problem in many Indian households. And recording videos requires a certain amount of silence inside the house, certain amount of peace for you to be able to think creatively. But the fact that you are in a space where everything is just too busy causes you to actually get some of the anxiety of the environment. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now to people who aren't facing issues like anxiety and stuff. But the thing is, even if you're a very focused person, you won't be able to work where I work because of the environmental noises, which are pretty loud. And you can't really tell them to stop. In case my parents, I can't really tell them to stop all the work because these recordings can take like 3 to 4 hours. Sometimes I don't really have a room of my own. I have a space dedicated to my PC setup, and that's where I sit and work, usually during editing as well. So people constantly walk inside the space and, ask questions continuously and stuff. So that distracts you a lot, especially if you have a microphone and a camera pointed towards you. It makes you feel anxious as well. So that's why I'm here. I get the desired amount of peace, I would say, I want in here. It's just a place for me to get lost in my thoughts as well. Sometimes I just put on the music. This car actually has pretty good speakers with good amount of bass and stuff. It's not like those 400 watt systems, but I think this is good 100 watt or 80 watt system, which is more than enough for a closed space like this. So apart from the videos, I already use this space as a place for me to get recharged a little bit in peace. First of all, it's the camera itself, then the light, and then the microphone. I'll talk about each in order and how I have figured out solutions to each of them and how I've mounted each of them inside the car. So first, let's talk about the microphone because that's the most obvious thing that you are able to see here. This is the Hollyland Lark M1. I actually have the entire case of it as well lying here. Yeah, you are able to see here that it's a dual channel system where you get two microphones for the left and right channel, and the receiver unit is in the middle. The receiver unit is currently mounted to the camera, so I can't really show you that. I'll just try to post some of the B-roll so you are able to see, or you can just check it out on Amazon. Okay, moving on. I have a portable video light as well that I would be able to show you in B-rolls only because currently it's still pointed at me. Another thing that I forgot to mention is that my light gives out 10 watts of output and it runs for about an hour on a full charge, which is pretty good for me because that's basically my video recording requirement. I record for about an hour and I can buy like 2 or 3 of these and I can keep switching. You get the deal there. And the camera itself, which is the Sony a6400, this is a camera that I've used quite frequently to record pretty much everywhere. I've put this on tripod, I've put this on the dashboard of the car itself. I'll be showing you the entire system in a while. But what I'm trying to say is this is not the only thing that I record with inside my car. I use my phone as well, which is the OnePlus 6, which has a pretty good camera array. I don't know why everything is like covered or off camera right now. Yeah, so this is the camera array that it comes with. Ultra wide camera, 3x telephoto camera with 6x in sensor zoom, and a main 48 megapixel camera. It does do 4K 60 FPS recording with good amount of light. Actually, it has pretty big lenses, which actually helps me a lot. So I'll just quickly run you through the entire setup again, I guess. This is the ESR MagSafe ring holder. Basically, it's a MagSafe car mount which actually attaches to your phone magnetically. It has a pretty tight hold. I have been using it for a while, and I have mounted my tablet, which is about 950 or 970 grams, which is the Tab S7 Plus. I just mounted a metal plate to it and just stuck the tablet onto here, and it holds it brilliantly. This mount is actually pretty sturdy, and I'll also show you the system that I have to mount this to the car's dashboard, because my car's dashboard is kind of notorious for like being way too slippery, because every time I go for servicing they just wax this stuff up, so things don't really stick that well to it, and which is the reason you actually see this white plastic. The reason for that is I have thoroughly wiped this with isopropyl alcohol. I know it took off some of the color and a lot of the wax, which actually allowed me to stick 3M VHP tape. As you can see, it's at the base of this cup, and this cup also has it's like a not double-sided, but adhesive cup, which also works with suction as well. So this has two mechanisms to hold itself onto the dashboard. One is adhesive and the other one is vacuum. And yeah, the adhesive plus vacuum plus the 3M VHP tape actually holds this pretty well. I haven't really faced any problems. Now I have actually had to remount this after a year because of the absolute horse riding experience that you get on Indian roads, and with the depth of the potholes. And to be honest, this is not really a light setup. This phone plus the ring I am rocking with it, this ring, it's about like 40-50 grams. So all of this basically makes about 300 or 350 grams, which is a decently heavy setup if you're talking about just a smartphone. And if it gets mounted on here with the depth of potholes, like I said, and your car basically ramming into those potholes all the time, it would generate a lot of force, and it actually ripped it apart from the tape and it just came out. So I had to like remount it after a year. So that is something that you have to take care of. But if you're able to do all of that, and if you are able to protect this, another reason for the tape not being as strong over the years is because the sunlight, and due to the temperature changes because of rain and everything, or maybe winters as well, the tape actually goes through a lot of temperature changes, which actually affects the strength of the adhesive over the years. So yeah, that's something you might have to look after, but it's not really a problem for me right now. So yeah, let me show you how I mount my phone. It's pretty simple. That's how it gets mounted. It actually pulls the magnet towards it, so it's basically a slap on the phone. So I try to keep it, I try to mount it in the softest way possible in order to not like damage the phone due to the extreme vibrations of the magnets like slapping together. So yeah, this is the OnePlus 12 that I used to record, and I just got a notification. So yeah, one of the options is the camera staying here. I actually have to turn off my light. Yeah, if the camera stays here, the steering wheel actually gets into the way and you can actually see it on video. So the brilliant thing about this system is I can just turn my phone without having to like unclip anything. So yeah, if I rotate my phone, the camera is now here and there is no steering wheel to be seen. I mean, there is a little bit in the corner. I mean, if I zoom it in and show you, there is a little trace of steering wheel here, but still it isn't that invasive in the video. So yeah, that's how I record. I'm pretty much in the center of the frame, a little towards the right, which is fine because it's mounted in the center and I'm sitting in my driving seat. And yeah, if you're able to see, you can actually see my camera and the video light that I've mounted here. I can actually show you where I mount the second video light that I've got now. So during the recording of the first video, I didn't have this light, and now I do. So it's a full RGB light. I don't know if you're able to see with the diffuser, by the way. So it's now displaying a greenish yellow color. I don't know how much of it is captured by the camera. Now I've set it to the white setting and I place the light somewhere around here or here, depending upon the angle of the light that I want in the frame. And because I have two of these, I take it off the camera, the one that is mounted on the camera right now, and I keep it somewhere around here. So it gives me a very flat lighting profile. It just lights my face equally from both the places. So yeah, this is how it works. And as I have mentioned before, I mount the mic on my lapel. I think you're able to see the mic right here. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty simple setup. I have tried different versions of it and this has worked the best for me because of how easy it is, how quickly I can get to work. Basically, the focus of this setup of mine is to like get my idea in a video as quickly as possible without having to like set up a lot of things and get involved into the equipment side of it. And yes, even through the front camera of this phone, I actually have recorded a decent amount of videos in 4K and I have uploaded it to YouTube. I love the quality of the front camera if you give it enough light. Apart from this, if I want to keep anything to the side because I want to show it in the video, for example, my OnePlus 12 that was lying here just moments ago, so I just keep it here. There is the reference monitor. There is a tablet that I use as my reference monitor. So it's basically connected wirelessly to the camera. It's the Sony Imaging Edge app, if I am not wrong. That's the name, IEM. And yeah, it gives me a live feed of the camera, as you can probably tell. So if I move the camera, the feed also moves. It has a bit of latency because it's working on Wi-Fi, but still it serves my purpose right because the tablet is color accurate. I get an estimate of how good the colors are looking. I get an estimate of how good the exposure is because camera screens are horrible at doing that. I also get a little bit of control over my settings. As you can see, I can adjust my aperture if I can like straighten the camera a little bit, yeah, I can adjust my aperture, I can actually start and stop recording, and other settings that would take a separate video for me to actually tell you about it. But yeah, I keep my stuff here. There is storage for everything here as well if I want to like keep additional stuff here. Anyway, so summing it up, I have actually switched across multiple different equipments. Before, I had like a OnePlus 6 in the car. I have used this camera extensively inside the car, but the problem was heating was an issue, which isn't much of an issue with the phone, because it's not that the phone doesn't heat. The phone does actually heat more than the camera, but the thing is the phone can be cooled better since it's mounted magnetically right in front of the AC vents. I haven't really figured out a way to do that with the camera. So yeah, I believe that the phone would be able to record for much longer. I haven't really tested that, but the camera gives me a good like 45 minutes to an hour of recording without heating, so I think that's good. Plus the added fact that I can, you know, change the memory card, swap out the memory card and the battery. Yeah, you don't get that in the phone. I have to wait for the phone to actually charge if the phone runs out of battery. Again, before I had this wireless microphone, I had a wired microphone which I used to hold right in front of my mouth, and it used to be connected to the laptop that I used to keep on this seat. I mean, it was a very crazy system to have inside the car, especially the laptop was like 9-10 years old, because of which it used to heat a lot and I had to turn the AC to like crazy levels. I used to actually feel really cold inside the car, but still I had to do that, and then I couldn't have spent a lot of fuel as well, so I used to switch off the car to save fuel, but then the car used to heat up pretty quickly, and actually you can see me sweating in some of my previous videos. So I think that is about it. I hope you enjoyed the video and got some ideas on how to record inside your car if you wanted to. And yeah, that is about it for this one shot. Let me just put my hat the right way. Leave a like, interact with me in the comments. That really helps me to know the kind of stuff that you guys like me to post. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, and take care.